So I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer for someone to log on to the live stream before I make an introduction. You know how it goes if you're watching this in the future. Hi, my name is Bobbie. Welcome to my channel. Today is Saturday, so we'll be doing an Energizing Vinyasa flow. Pisces themed. This is the last class of my Pisces series this week. This class is also, I like to give more intermediate and advanced options in this class, but you definitely don't have to take them, and you can make this practice your own by taking modifications and using props if you'd like. So as far as props go, you definitely want 2 blocks, and if you don't have 2 blocks, that's okay. You can grab a couple pillows or even use like a book or 2 books that are about the size of yoga blocks, so like a big thick books. You will need a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a tie, a rope, something you can put a small loop in. You can also use a hand towel for one of the stretches that we'll be doing with the strap. And hopefully you got a tennis ball this week. If you didn't, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to take a moment to do some myofascial foot stretches. And then I have a blanket. Can use that for anything. You can use a couple blankets. If you don't have yoga props, just grab a couple blankets and a couple pillows and you'll be good to go. And try to stick around for Shavasana and the end of class if you can. Shavasana is actually really important. I know a lot of people skip out on it sometimes, but it is really one of the most important parts of class where you rest and allow your body to soak in and absorb everything that you just did. So it's really important. And then also at the end of class, since it is Black History Month, I will be highlighting some inspiring Black Pisces with a little information about the person that I'm highlighting and a quote, an inspirational quote by them. So make sure to stick around to the end, and then let's get started. We're going to get started with props right away. So I'm going to be using blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use your books or pillows. We're coming into supported fish. Supported fish. Because Pisces, the symbol for Pisces is the fish. So this first block, I have it on the medium height. You can have it on whatever height that you'd like. You're going to take the bottom edge of it, place it right at the bottom edge of the shoulder blades. The second block will go underneath your head. And that block, I'd like to have it on a lower height, but you can have it on the same height as the one under your shoulders or higher. Or if you'd like a really intense heart and shoulder opening, you can not use a block under your head. It's all up to you and your body. Always remember to listen to your body. The legs, let's bring them into a hip opener right away because we really want to get into the hips today. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide. You can also feel free to bring props underneath the knees too. And then if you're using pillows, stack a couple pillows, 1, 2, or 3 underneath the shoulder blades. You can choose if you want to put one underneath the head or not, but since pillows are softer, you may want to just do the underneath the shoulder blades. Then you can, to intensify the stretch even more, you can also clasp opposite elbows above the head if you'd like. Once you arrive in your supported fish, begin to slow down the breath and close the eyes. And if you're choosing not to take the arm option, you can just let the arms rest down by the sides. Begin to lengthen and slow down the breath, making the inhales as long as the exhales and the exhales as long as the inhales. each inhale, feel the belly and chest rise, feel them expand, filling up the lungs completely. And then with each exhale, feel the chest and then the belly lower back down, contracting as you empty out the lungs completely. Really focus on the breath. Maybe you imagine yourself watching yourself breathing from above. Watching the belly and chest rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Try to let go of anything that happened before you came to your mat today and anything that might happen after. Allow yourself to be present. And while you're centering in, focusing on the breath, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Pisces, our theme for today. So it is Pisces season. The symbol of Pisces, like I said before, is the fish or the fish. It's like two fish spinning around in a circle. It's associated with the planet Neptune, also known as the planet of fantasy. Before Neptune was discovered, it was associated with the planet Jupiter. It's a water sign, so the element it's associated with is water. So we'll be getting nice and flowy, really getting into the hips, because the sacral chakra is also associated with the element of water. So in that area, to stretch and open up the sacral chakra, you want to open up the hips. Pisces can also be very emotional or empathic. So this time of year is just a really good time to get in touch with what you're feeling and really take a deep dive into why you're feeling the things that you feel. Hip openers are also good for that. You tend to notice and feel emotions when you move into hip openers. The body parts associated with Pisces are the feet, so we'll be doing some foot stretches and a little foot massage at the end of class. So feel free to have any essential oils that you really like. Cedarwood and rosemary are really good for Pisces season. This sign tends to fall on the more feminine side. The colors associated with Pisces are seafoam green, lavender, white, light blue, and coral. And there are three triplicities or qualities in astrology or the zodiac: mutable, fixed, and cardinal. Pisces is a mutable sign, and they come at the end of every season. So we're at the end of winter right now, and Pisces help prepare us for the change of seasons and just change in general. Our mantra for this week is I believe. Some keywords you might think of when you think of Pisces are visionary, idealist, compassionate, romantic, imaginative, dreams, fantasy, helpful, healing, comforting, wise, and empathic. So let's take a few more moments here in our supported fish. And then when you're ready, begin to blink the eyes open. If you clasp opposite elbows above the head, release the arms down. Everyone bring the hands to the outer thighs to help you bring the legs back toward one another. Then everyone carefully roll off to one side, off of your props. Move them off to the side. Keep them near the mat though. And then roll back onto your back. From here, having the soles of the feet on the ground, knees pointing up to the sky, take the right ankle, cross it over the left thigh. Make sure to flex this right foot like I'm doing to protect your knee and ankle joints. Press this right knee out away from the body. You can stay here, or maybe you bring the legs in, thread the right arm through that figure 4 shape, and interlace the hands either behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Try not to let the butt lift up off the ground. And if you'd like to add a little more intensity, you can also gently press into this right leg, press the right knee out away from the body using your right elbow. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe even find a little movement in the hips, the lower body, just to really get every area of that right outer hip. And getting in touch with that water element right away. Just finding movement, nice flowing movements. Then from here, place the legs down and then cross that right thigh further over the leg. So the right thigh crosses over the left leg. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape with the palms facing up. Lift the hips up slightly, scooch them a couple inches to the right, then lower them back down. You may even hook this right foot behind the left calf or ankle, but it is early, so don't worry about it if you can't get into that right away. Take an inhale here at the top. As you exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the left side. Keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe you bring the left hand to the right outer thigh. Gaze can either be straight up at the sky or over the right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Breathe into the belly. Inhale the legs up through center, uncross them, recenter the hips, and then cross left ankle over right thigh. Flex the left foot and press the left knee away from you. You can stay here or hug the legs in, thread the left arm through that figure 4 shape, interlace the hands either behind the right thigh or in front of the right shin. Keep lengthening the tailbone down towards the earth and maybe find a little movement here. Then release the legs back down to the earth if you brought them in. Bring that left leg further over the right, crossing left thigh over right. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus shape with the palms facing up. Lift the hips up slightly, scooch them a couple inches to the left, lower them back down. Maybe hook that left foot behind the right ankle or calf. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, gently let the legs fall over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder grounded. Maybe bring the right hand to the left outer thigh. Maybe bring the gaze over the left shoulder. On an inhale, bring the legs back up through center. Uncross them. Recenter the hips. Now we'll get into the core right away. Lengthen the legs out long in front of you. Squeeze the legs together. Arms come down by the sides. From here, exhale, hover the feet and the shoulders and head up off the earth. Keep the chin lifted off the chest. Press the belly down towards the spine, so the low back is flush with the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift up to your half boat. You can always bring the hands down on the ground or to the backs of the thighs. Inhale, lower to hover, low boat. Exhale, coming up to your half boat, maybe full boat, maybe using the hands if you'd like. Inhale, lower to hover. Exhale, lift up, boat. Inhale, hover. Exhale, boat. Inhale, hover. Exhale, last high boat. Inhale, hover, hold for a few breaths. Keep pressing the belly down. Heart stays lifted. Shoulder blades roll down away from the ears. Chin lifted up off the chest. Exhale. Release everything down. Bring the soles of the feet back on the mat. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Bring the palms down by the sides. Palms face down. Make sure the feet are parallel. Inhale, lift the hips up. Keep squeezing the knees towards one another. Maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Chin lifts away from the chest. Chest presses up towards the sky. On your next exhale, release the hands if you interlace them. Slower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Take a breather. And then we'll do one more bridge pose. When you're ready, on an inhale, press into the soles of the feet, lift the hips up. Stay here or maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Try to do opposite thumb on top than you did before. Squeeze the legs towards one another. Do not look from side to side in this pose. Keep the gaze straight up at the sky. Chin lifts off the chest. Chest presses up towards the sky. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Upper back, middle back, lower back. Then from here, bring the hands to the backs of the thighs and begin to rock up and down the spine a few times. Eventually making your way to hands and knees, tabletop position. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. From here, on an inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, let the belly sink, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in, look down towards the thighs, cat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Moving with your own breath. Use your breath to guide your movements. Full inhales and full exhales. Keep the belly button pulling in towards the spine for each movement. Take one more round. Then on your next inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Really press the palms in into the floor. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Then from here, on an inhale, reach the right leg back behind you about hip height. Keep pulling the belly button in. Toes point down towards the ground. Hips are nice and square. Take an inhale. Exhale, right knee towards right tricep. Inhale, lower that right knee towards the wrist to hover. Exhale, bring that right knee back up towards the tricep. Inhale, reach the right leg back behind you. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right knee to right wrist. Exhale, back up to the tricep. Inhale, reach that right leg back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right knee to right wrist. From here, hold it by the wrist. Kick that right foot out to the left side. Reach the left leg back behind you. Setting yourself up for pigeon. For just a moment, bring the arms out wide. Come up onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Come back up to that left knee. Reach that right leg back behind you. Take an inhale. Reach the left arm forward. Bend the right knee. Press the right sole of the foot up towards the sky. Stay here or reach back for that right foot with the left hand. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the heart, tiger pose. Carefully release the back foot. If you grabbed it, bring the right knee down. Keep that left arm lifting up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, coming onto the left shoulder, left side of the face. Right hand can stay planted in front of the face, or it can reach out in front of you, or wrap behind the low back. If you move that right hand, bring it back in front of the face. Press into the right palm. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower the left hand down. And we'll do that all on the other side. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you, toes point down, belly pulls in. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, bring it down to the wrist. Exhale, tricep. Inhale, reach that left foot back. Exhale, tricep. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, tricep. Inhale, reach the left foot back. One more. Exhale, tricep. Inhale, down to the wrist. When you're down at the wrist, kick that left foot out to the right. Reach the right leg back behind you, setting yourself up for pigeon, this pigeon flow. Bring the arms wide, up on the fingertips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold the chest forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Come back onto that right knee and reach the left leg back behind you. Take an inhale, reach the right arm forward. Bend the left knee, press that left sole of the foot up towards the sky. Stay here or reach back for that left foot with the right hand. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the heart. Tiger pose. Exhale, carefully release that left knee down. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the right shoulder, right side of the face. Left hand stays right here, reaches out in front of you or wraps behind the low back. Release that left hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Press into the left palm. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, lower it back down. Keep the hips right above the knees, but begin to walk the arms out in front of you, melting the heart down towards the earth. Either bring forehead down to the earth or a prop, or reach the chest and chin onto the floor. On your next inhale, keep the forearms planted, slide the heart through, shoulders land right above the elbows, Sphinx pose. Press into the palms and forearms, reach that heart space through, gaze is straight out in front of you, lengthen the tailbone back behind you, press into the tops of the feet. You can stay right here, or bend the right knee, reach back for the right foot with the right hand, try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Stay here or press into the left palm to lift the left elbow. Carefully release that back foot if you grabbed it and switch sides. Bend the left knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. Try to square the shoulders off to the top of the mat. Press into the right palm if you'd like to lift that right elbow up. Carefully release that left foot if you grabbed it. Lower everyone lower down to the chest. Lower the chest down. Blah. Reach the right arm out to the right about shoulder height. Palm faces down. Press into this left palm to turn yourself over onto your right side. You can either bring the knees in towards the chest, reach the legs out long behind you, Or maybe you step this left foot back behind you. Right hand can stay right in front of the face, or maybe you wrap it behind the back. Carefully unwind. Bring that left hand back in front of the face if it's not there already. Roll onto the belly, and then we'll switch sides. So, left arm reaches out to the left, palm faces down. Press into that right palm to turn yourself onto the left side. Either bring the legs in, reach the legs back, or step this right foot back behind you. Right hand can stay here, or wrap behind the back. Carefully roll back onto the belly. And bring the hands by the low ribs. On an inhale, lift the heart, press into the palms. Cobra. Shoulder blades roll down the back, elbows squeeze towards one another. Exhale, hips reach back towards the heels. Child's pose, forehead down towards the earth or prop. Big toes touch, knees can either be wide or together, or somewhere in between. On an inhale, walk the hands in. Come to sit up on the heels. Bring the legs back toward one another if you brought them wide. And we'll come into a toe sit to stretch out the feet some more. So, this pose can get pretty intense. So, if it becomes too intense, you can always bring the hands forward to bring the weight off of the heels, or you can place a block or a couple pillows underneath the sit bones in between the feet. So you're going to sit on the feet, on the heels, with the toes tucked underneath. Make sure to get those pinky toes. You can use your hands to do so. So bringing the weight onto the heels to stretch out the feet. Either bringing a block in between the feet underneath the sit bones or pillows, or just staying how I am here. Then we'll come into a shoulder stretch. So if you have a strap, maybe you'll use your strap. You don't need one. You could also use like a hand towel. You're going to bring the strap into your right hand. Bend that right elbow so that reach that right hand as far down the back as you can. Then bring the left hand to that right elbow. You can stay right here, or maybe you reach the left arm out to the left, thumb facing down, bend the elbow, either walk your hands toward one another on the strap or whatever prop you're using, or if you're not using a prop, you can grab onto the back of your shirt or reach for your fingertips. Knit the ribs in, pull the belly button in, press the back of the head into that right arm. Try not to let this left hand press those ribs out. Really pull everything in. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll switch sides in the arms. I'm going to take my watch off for this one because it annoys me. So take that strap, if you're using it in the left hand, bend the left elbow. Reach that left hand as far down the back as you can get it. Right hand comes to the right elbow. Stay right here. Or reach the right arm out to the right, thumb faces down. Bend that right elbow. Either walk your hands toward one another on your strap or whatever prop you're using. Grab onto your clothes or reach for your fingertips. Knit the ribs in. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Press the back of the head into that left arm. Carefully release the arms. Then you can finally come off the feet, reach the hands out in front of you, untuck the toes, and tap the feet on the ground. Sorry, downstairs neighbors. Then from here, tuck the toes underneath, lift the hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. Begin to walk your dog out, pedaling through the feet. Press into the palms to lift the hips up nice and high. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Then find stillness for a moment, really pressing into the palms, but roll the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Tuck the chin, look down or look towards the thighs or navel. If you feel like your spine is rounding forward, you can bring a nice bend to the knees so you find that nice long spine that you're looking for here. When you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, tiptoe the feet up to the top of your mat. Feet land right underneath the hips. Let the body hang over the legs. You can have as much of a bend in the knees as you'd like. Maybe clasp opposite elbows. Relax the head and neck completely. Maybe find a little movement here. Swaying from side to side, bending into one knee and then the other. Try to bring more weight toe side rather than heel side. And if you clasped opposite elbows, release the arms down. Everyone bring a nice bend into the knees and slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Shoulder blades roll down the back, palms spin open, the head lifts up last. Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel free to stay in your Tadasana, mountain pose if you don't have a tennis ball. But if you do have a tennis ball or a myofascial ball, bring that tennis ball out in front of you on the floor. And we'll roll out the feet with it. So place it underneath, anywhere on the foot, and just start rolling it around underneath the foot, getting every area of the foot. Starting with any foot that you'd like. I'm starting out with my right. Make sure you can even get the edges of the feet. Put some pressure down into it to really get into that fascia, that tissue. Make sure to get all the toes, the arches. Make sure to keep breathing. Keep pulling the belly button in towards the spine. And then switch sides, go to the other foot. Roll it around. And while you're rolling out this last second foot, keep breathing. I have to go pee, even though I just went pee before class, but I really have to pee, so sorry. I always drink a lot of coffee and water in the morning, so I have to pee a lot. Sorry about that. I always go right before class, but sometimes I just have to go again. All right. Anywho, keep rolling out this second foot. Make sure to get each side underneath the toes, the arches of the feet, the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet. And then, well, get rid of our ball. We don't need it anymore. And Standing at the top of your mat. So standing at the top of your mat, bring the feet wide, about shoulder width distance or mat width distance, whatever works best in your body. Heels point out, toes point inward. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bend into the knees, bring the hands down to heart center. Press the arms into the legs and the legs back into the arms to lift the heart. Malasana, Garland pose, or Yogi Squat. From here, reach the right arm down out in front of that right leg. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the knees pressing open. Exhale, reach the left arm down in front of the left leg. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, bring both hands down in front of you. Step the left foot way back behind you, coming into your lizard lunge. Lower the back knee. Pad that knee if you'd like with a blanket or by folding one side of the mat over. Hands are both to the inside of that right foot. Make sure the right knee is right above the right ankle. So if it's coming forward like this, you can bring one hand to the back of that heel to help you take a longer stance. Toes pointing slightly out, heel pointing in. Make sure the knee and toes are pointing in the same direction. Feel free to stay up on the palms. Maybe you bring some height underneath the palms with blocks, books, or pillows. Maybe you begin to lower down to the forearms, maybe bringing height under the forearms. Take a few deep breaths here, reaching that heart forward, trying to keep a nice long spine. Pull the belly button in. Try to squeeze that right knee towards the shoulder, and maybe find a little movement. Connecting to that water element again. If you're on your forearms, come back up to the palms. You can keep props underneath the hands if you're using them. Inhale, lift the heart, look forward. As you exhale, begin to shift the hips back, fold to the inside of that right leg. I'm going to stay up pretty high because I hurt my right hamstring. Inhale, lift the heart, bend the front knee. Exhale, reach the hips back, work toward folding over that right leg. Inhale, bend through the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold and hold for a few breaths. Right toes flex up towards the sky. Your right leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but working towards a straight leg. Pull that right hip back, left hip forward. Try to keep a nice long spine. On your next inhale, bend into the front knee, lift the heart. Plant the left hand down, inhale the right arm up towards the sky. As you exhale, wrap the right arm around the right leg, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right arm wraps around the right leg, look over the left shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale, wrap it around. Inhale, reach the right arm up. You can stay right here or bend the back knee and reach back for the left foot with the right hand, coming into a quad stretch. You can even use a strap here if you'd like, with a small loop in the end of the strap to wrap around the ball of the foot, taking the other end of the strap into the right hand, pulling on the strap to bend that left leg. But wherever you're at, try to spin that heart open, roll the shoulder blades down the back, and breathe. Remove the strap off of the foot if you were using it. Carefully release the foot back down if you grabbed it. Bring both hands back to the inside of that right foot for just a moment. Then we're going to heel toe this right foot in between the hands. Both feet pointing right foot points straight forward now. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, ground through the back heel, and align the front heel with the arch of the back foot. Left arm reaches forward. Windmill the arms up, warrior two. Press that right knee slightly out to the right. Lengthen the tailbone down. Both arms reach out in either direction. Look over the right fingertips. From here, either left arm reaches down the left leg or wrap the left arm behind the low back. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse. And now we'll flow with this. As you exhale, right arm comes in front of the belly. Left arm reaches overhead. Lean the heart forward, but spin it open. Side angle. Inhale back to your reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, using the core. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle. Exhale, reach the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Inhale, lift back up. Reverse triangle. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, reach forward. And when you can't reach forward anymore, keep that length in the right side body. Bring that right hand down anywhere on the leg, a block, or the floor. Inhale, left arm up towards the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Then from here, bring the left hand to the left hip. Heel toe this back foot in a little bit. I'm going to step my front foot back so I have room in front of me. Reach the right fingertips out in front of you, about 6 to 12 inches in front of that right pinky toe. Either hand can either be on the floor or a block. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Stack left hip on top of right, so open that hip up. Flex those left toes, engage that left leg. You can keep the left hand on the hip or reach the left arm up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze lifts up. Stay here or bend the back knee, reach back for that left foot with the left hand. Kick the foot into the hand, sugarcane bow pose. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Bend into the front knee, step that left foot back. Bring both hands to frame the front foot. Then step that right foot back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Right knee. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Straighten that right leg, square off the hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bringing that right knee out and wide. Shoulders come over wrists. Right knee to right tricep. Squeeze it in. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross that right knee under towards the left elbow. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Bend that right knee. Open up the hip again. Stay here. Or come onto the left toes. Lift that left heel. Spin that left heel in towards the right side of the mat and then lower the left heel down. Foot should be about a 45-degree angle. Stay here or ground through that right hand. Lift the left arm up. Stay here or reach that left hand behind you, looking for that right foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Release the back foot if you grabbed it. Coming back to your three-legged dog. From here, you can keep the right leg lifted or lower it. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg lifts back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that right foot through in between the hands. Inhale, the arms up overhead. high crescent. Exhale, hands interlace behind the low back. Inhale, lift the heart. From here, bring the gaze forward, lean the heart forward, kick that back leg up, hips stay square. Warrior 3 with hands interlaced. Then release the hands, slowly lift that left knee up, hug it in towards the chest. Then bend that left knee, either grabbing onto the outside of the left foot or the inside. Right arm reaches up overhead. Exhale, kick that left foot into the left hand. Begin to lean the heart forward. Dancer. Right hand can reach out in front of you. Carefully release that left foot. Exhale, hands to heart center. Whew, we'll do that all on the other side. So, standing at the top of your mat, feet wide, heels point in, toes point out. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend into the knees, hands come to heart center. Press the arms into the legs back into the arms. Exhale, release the left hand in front of the left leg. And inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Stay here, or maybe come into a half bind or full bind. Release the hands if you bound them. Exhale, right hand comes down in front of the right leg. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Stay here or come into a half bind or full bind. Release the bind if you took it. Everyone bring both hands in front of the face. Keep the left foot where it is, but step that right foot way back behind you. Lower the back knee, coming into your lizard lunge. Left knee right above left ankle. Knee and toes point in the same direction. You can stay up on the palms. Maybe bring blocks underneath the hands. Maybe you lower down to the forearms or bring some height underneath the forearms as well. Find a little movement here. Getting into that left hip. Then come back up to the palms if you lower down. Inhale, lift that heart up. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold to the inside of that left leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold and hold. Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip forward, toes flex up towards the sky. That left leg doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just working towards straight. On an inhale, bend through the front knee, lift the heart, plant the right hand down, inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, wrap the left arm around the left leg, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, wrap it around. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, wrap. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Stay here. Maybe grab your strap, bend the back knee, reach back for the right foot with the left hand. Wherever you're at, spin the heart open, roll the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe into the front of that right hip flexor, right quad. Carefully release the back foot. If you grabbed it, bring both hands down to the inside of that left foot for a moment. Then heel toe that left foot in between the hands, toes point straight forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, ground through the back heel, align front heel with the arch of the back foot. Right arm reaches forward, cartwheel the arms up, warrior 2. And then we'll float again. So, inhale, reverse. Exhale, left hand comes in front of the belly, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Straighten that left leg. Reverse triangle. On an exhale, left arm reaches forward as far as you can. Inhale, back up, reverse triangle. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. Keep that length. Left arm comes down anywhere on the leg, a block, or the floor. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Trikonasana, triangle pose. From here, maybe you heel toe that back foot in. Right hand comes to the right hip. I'm just going to step this foot back so I have room out in front of me. Left hand comes in front of that left pinky toe on the floor or a block. Right leg lifts up. Stack right hip on top of left. So open those hips up. Engage that right leg. Flex those right toes. Maybe lift the right arm up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze. Stay here or bend that right knee. Reach back for that right foot with the right hand. Sugarcane bow pose. Carefully release the back foot. If you grabbed it, bring both hands down, bend into that front knee. Step that right foot back, kick that left foot up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Maybe do some leg circles. Straighten that left leg, square off the hips. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring that left knee out and around to that left tricep. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that left knee out and around, and then cross it under towards the right elbow. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open up the hip again. Stay here or come onto the right toes. Turn that right heel in towards the left side of the mat and then lower the heel back down. Stay here or reach the left arm out in front of you. Then reach it back behind you. Oh wait, sorry, right arm. Right arm out in front of you. Then reach it behind you. Maybe you find that left foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Keep pressing into that left hand. Carefully release that left foot. Straighten that right foot back up. Keep the left leg lifted or lower it. Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift the left leg back up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through in between the hands. Inhale, reach up, high crescent. Interlace the hands at the low back. Try to do opposite thumb on top than you did before. Inhale, lift that heart up. As you exhale, lean the heart forward. Kick that right leg up. Keep the hips nice and square. Whoop, it's okay if you lose balance. Release the hands. Inhale, rise up to stand. Hug that right knee in. Then reach the right knee down towards the earth. Keep that right foot lifted. Either grab onto the outside of that right foot or the inside. Keep the knees squeezing toward one another. Left arm reaches up. As you exhale, kick that right foot into the right hand. Lean the heart forward. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Dancer. Inhale, come back up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here. We have one more little standing flow before we cool down. So, standing at the top of your mat, feet together, maybe a slight space between the heels. Inhale the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bend into the knees, reach the hips back, lift the heart up, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Katasana, chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back behind you. Lower the back knee. Hips are nice and square, toes point forward this time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold over that right leg. Inhale, bend to the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold and hold. Maybe you stay in your half splits. Maybe you work towards your full splits. If you're in your half or full splits, wherever you're at, bend back into that front knee, coming back to your low lunge. Ground through that front foot and the top of that back foot. Inhale, lift the arms up. Anjaneyasana. From here, right hand comes to the right leg. Maybe you bend that back knee, reach back for the left foot with the left hand. So same hand. And you can always bring a strap onto the ball of that left foot. Stay here, maybe reach back with the right hand as well. Keep the heart lifted, sink down into the hips. From here, you can stay in this quad stretch or work toward your mermaid version of the pose. So to do that, you'll bring right hand to the right knee, bend into the back knee, grab onto the left foot with the left hand where we were. This time, you're going to want to try to bring that foot into the elbow crease. You can stay here. Maybe you grab a strap, which I should have done first probably. All right, bring the strap into the right hand. It's a balancing pose too. All right. Strap into the right hand. Reach that right arm overhead. Either grab onto the strap or towel with your hands, walking the hands toward one another. Maybe the fingertips touch. Spin that heart forward. Carefully release that back foot if you grabbed it in any way. Move any straps off to the side. Then tuck the back toes underneath, lift the back knee. Shoot this right foot back behind you, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Stay here. Or maybe that right foot begins to get really heavy. The left foot turns to the right side of the mat, left heel. Right foot drops behind you, flipping you over into your wild thing. Carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog. If you took your wild thing, take an inhale here. Exhale, right knee comes wide, shoulders over wrists, right knee, right tricep. Inhale back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee comes wide and then turns under towards that left elbow. Ground through the back heel, kick that right foot out to the left. Inhale, lift the hips up. Fallen triangle. Exhale, left hand comes back down. Make your way back to your three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. Bend the right knee, open up the hip again. Stay here. Maybe you flip your dog into your wild thing, or maybe you flip all the way over into your full wheel. Where if you flipped over, make your way back, three-legged dog. You can keep the right leg lifted, lower it, Stay in your down dog or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Ground through the feet. Inhale up, high crescent lunge. From here, arms come out in front of you. Cross right arm over left at the elbow creases. Either give yourself a big hug, bring the backs of the hands to touch, or wrap once more so the palms touch. Then step this left foot forward, cross it over the right, eagle pose. Unwind, keep that left leg lifted, either coming into your dancer again, or you can come into a standing mermaid variation. So, like you're about to come into dancer, this time, let's grab our strap. If you're using it, bring it into the right hand. Left foot comes into the left elbow crease. Reach that right arm overhead with your strap if you're using it. Either grabbing on to the strap with your hands, walking the hands towards one another, maybe clasping hands. Heart spins forward. Carefully release, everyone. Meet at the top of your mat. Exhale. Hands to heart center. All right, we have to do that all on the other side. Just making sure we're not running out of time. All right. Standing at the top of your mat. Big toes touch, slight space between the heels. I'm actually going to face this way. Or no, I think I'll face this way. Sorry. All right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend into the knees. Katasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale, plant the palms. Step the right foot back behind you. Lower the back knee. Feel free to pad that knee. Toes point straight forward. Knees right above. Left knee right above the left ankle. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold. Inhale, bend into the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold. Inhale, bend into the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, shift the hips back, fold and hold. Stay in your half splits or maybe working towards your full splits. Wherever you're at, make your way back to low lunge. Ground through that left foot, ground through the top of the right foot. Inhale the arms up, Anjaneyasana. From here, you can use your strap to wrap around the ball of the right foot, and bend the back knee, reach the right foot, right hand back either to grab onto the strap or that right foot. Maybe you reach the left hand back as well. Lift the heart up, let the hips sink. Stay here or work towards your mermaid variation. Left strap can come into the left hand. Right foot comes into the right elbow crease. Either hands come to the strap or fingertips find one another. Carefully release that back foot. Move your strap off to the side. Hands come down to frame that left foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Hug this left foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee. Open up the hip. Stay here or flip your dog into your wild thing. If you're in your wild thing, make your way back. Three-legged dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee comes wide and around to the left tricep, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee comes wide and around, cross it under, left knee, right tricep. Kick that left foot out to the right. Ground through that right heel. Inhale the right arm up. Fallen triangle. Exhale, right hand comes back down. Come back up to your three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open up the hip again. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you flip your dog into wild thing. Maybe you flip it over into full wheel. If you're in your wild thing or wheel, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog. Left leg lifted. You can keep the left leg lifted or lower it, stay in your down dog, or move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg back up towards the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Ground through the feet. Inhale the arms up, high crescent. Arms reach out in front of you. Cross left arm over right at the elbow creases. Either give yourself a big hug, bring backs of the hands to touch, or palms to touch. Then begin to step this right foot forward, bend into the left knee, cross the right thigh over left. Maybe you hook those right toes, but don't worry about it. Eagle pose. Unwind, keep that right leg lifted, either moving into your dancer or standing mermaid. So maybe grab your strap, strap in your left hand, bend that right knee, bring that right foot to the right elbow crease. Maybe you stay here, maybe you reach the left arm up, either grabbing onto your strap, walking the fingers toward one another, and then carefully release. Inhale the arms up, exhale, hands to heart center. You did it. The hardest parts are over. All right. Let's make our way to child's pose. Let's take one more vinyasa to do so. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, find length in the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the earth, big toes touch. Hips reach back towards the heels. Child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Maybe taking a few exhales out through the mouth to help you sigh out any leftover tension. To help you release some of the heat you've built up. When you're ready, you can stay in your child's pose for the rest of the class if you'd like, or maybe tuck the toes underneath, coming back to your down dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring right knee towards right wrist. Kick the right foot out to the left. Lower everything down. Setting up for pigeon. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Feel free to stay in your pigeon, or if you'd like, come into that mermaid variation or merperson variation. Bend the back knee, left foot comes into the left elbow crease, right arm reaches overhead, either with a strap or hands touch. Heart spins forward. Carefully release that back foot if you grabbed it. If you're in sleeping pigeon, walk the hands in. Swing, lean over onto that right hip. Swing that left foot around and cross it over that right leg. Right leg can stay bent or lengthen it out in front of you. Both hips grounded. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left, either wrapping the right arm around the left leg or hooking the right arm to the outside of the thigh. Gaze is either straight out to the left or back behind you over the left shoulder. And exhale, take a little counter twist to the right. You can either switch sides by reaching both legs out, crossing right leg over left. Left leg can be straight. Or counter twist to the right. Come up onto the tippy toes. Stay in, keep the feet in the same spot, but spin around 180 degrees. Lower the hips back down. Right foot is over the left, right leg over left. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, the right hand comes behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right, either wrapping the left arm around the right leg or hooking the left elbow. Gaze either straight out to the right or back behind you over the right shoulder. Exhale, take a little counter twist to the left. Keep the, or if your bottom leg is straight, bend it. Lean onto the left hip. Reach that right leg back behind you. Setting up for pigeon on the other side. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Feel free to stay in your sleeping pigeon, or if you'd like to come into your mermaid on the other side, make your way there. Right foot comes into the right elbow crease. Left arm reaches overhead, either with a strap or towel in hand. Either clasp onto that strap or towel, or fingertips touch. Spin the heart forward. Carefully release everything. If you're in sleeping pigeon, walk the hands back in. Everyone tuck the back toes under. Shoot this left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, lower it down and come to a seat. We're going to end with a nice little foot massage before Shavasana. So if you have some essential oils, feel free to use those. Put them in the hands. Or you can put them straight on the feet. Mine's a little roller, so it's a little hard. All right. But you don't need essential oils. Rub the palms together to get them nice and warm. And then begin to massage the feet, getting every little part of the foot. Sitting up nice and tall, taking nice long inhales and exhales. Giving yourself a well-deserved massage. You did a lot of work. The feet did a lot of work. All right. Once you've gotten the feet nice and massaged, come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. From here, I'm going to end class like this today, but if you'd like to come to your Shavasana, you can go ahead and take a Shavasana. Kind of ran out of time, so I'm going to end with 3 cleansing breaths. Sitting up nice and tall, palms facing up towards the skies, backs of the hand rests on the knees or thighs. Close the eyes. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Last one. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. On an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, palms touch at the top. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to challenge your body and mind, to find movement, to find stillness, and to breathe. And I thank you for joining me. Now I'm going to talk about a very influential civil rights leader from the beginning of the 20th century. His name was W.E.B. Du Bois. He was born February 23rd, 1868. Famous Pisces. He died at the age of 95 on August 27th, 1963. He was a civil rights activist and sociologist. He rose to prominence as the leader of the Niagara movement. He's one of the most significant African American activists during the first half of the 20th century. He was one of the co-founders of the NAACP in 1909. He pursued a higher education at the University of Berlin and Harvard and became the first African American to earn a doctorate. He taught at Wilberforce University in Ohio and developed a keen interest in sociology. He conducted research on the treatment of Blacks in America and published the first case study of a Black community in the U.S. Soon after that, he ventured into civil rights activism and went on to become the leader of the Niagara movement, campaigning for equal rights for Blacks. He was also the NAACP's director of research and editor of its magazine, The Crisis. And I have a quote by W.E.B. Du Bois to end our class today. Strive for the greatness of spirit that measures life not by its disappointments, but by its possibilities. Bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed class. It was definitely a hard one. I feel like I don't realize how hard my Saturday classes are until I'm teaching them. But also it's hard to talk and teach at the same time, or talk and do all those poses at the same time. But it's fun. Hope you had fun. I did. Thank you. Don't feel discouraged if you weren't able to get any poses. It's fine. This was a challenging class, and you were awesome just for showing up. Thank you again. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like my videos if you like them. And let me know if there's anything you want to work on in any future classes. Please join me again next week, starting on Tuesday for Yoga for Cyclists at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then Thursday for Yin Yoga at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this class, Energizing Vinyasa, every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again. Please donate if you can. I have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. They're all listed on my social media accounts and on my YouTube channel. Anything helps if you'd like to donate. Yeah, all donations are greatly appreciated. Thank you again, and I will see you next week. Bye.